Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're watching this. My name is Marcus Octavius, and welcome to this special final, excuse me, Black History Month edition of the playlist. I hope everybody enjoyed the previous versions that I've dropped on the past Fridays. This has been something of a labor of love, and it's something that I think all of you enjoyed. For those of you who do not know, I had COVID. Unfortunately, the bug affects us all, whether directly or excuse me, see, indirectly. And it looks like sometime last week, the bug got a hold of me. The reason I'm able to speak to you now is because I finally drew a negative COVID test. So I am well on my way to healing. As a matter of fact, for those of you who are watching this, if you're coming out Saturday night to the masquerade, I will have a small bit in one of the scenes there. I was afraid that I would not feel well enough to do it. I feel more than well enough. I was afraid that I wouldn't draw a negative test, and I have drawn a negative test. So I will be there. Information will be posted on the Facebook, so keep your eye on that. Um, I can honestly say that it was a very mild case. It was very much like having a sinus infection or a cold with a really ugly cough behind it. What has managed to keep me upright is keeping my whistle wet, as it were, um, and really just maintaining things. There's no easy way through it except to go through it. If you have already been through it, you have my sympathies. It's real, ladies and gentlemen. It's very very real. Do not kid yourself. Do not think differently. It's a very real thing. And if you have not gotten vaccinated, my recommendation is that you do so and get boosted. On unfortunately, because of certain, I wouldn't even call them restrictions, but certain advisements, I won't be able to get boosted until around May, and I've already put something in my phone to remind me, hey, fool, go get boosted. But I am glad I got the vaccine. I'm not going to lie. It could have been a whole lot worse had I not. So just please, everybody, be safe. As I mentioned in previous intro videos, be careful, maintain your distance, wear masks, do what you have to do. But just please be careful out there. On to more fun stuff. This final one is a particularly interesting one. It is very much rooted in one of the reasons that I decided to start the playlist in the first place, which was to emphasize not just independent music, not just alternative music, but independent and alternative music that's being created by African Americans and or people of color. A good bit of this is goth or punk or post punk or hard rock, heavy metal, however you want to define it. But I think it's some of it you're going to enjoy. It's got some familiar names on it. Janet Jackson, The Weeknd, Algiers, Old Children, and Screaming Jay Hawkins are on this list. But there's also a few new bands I've discovered, new bands and new artists. Bassett, The Blood Plums, Urban Heat, Paleos, and Jackie Vinson are also on this particular list. I got a pretty decent response from this past December when I did a Black Ice all goth semi POC playlist. So I decided to go ahead and do it again for Black History Month. And I'm kind of running out of tricks here, y'all. I'm not gonna lie. I have to sit down and do what I usually do, and that's dream it all up again. But there will be an intro video to this week's. I apologize. There will be an intro video to the first weekend in March playlist because this weekend is actually chock full of stuff. Not only is there this Black Ice list dropping, uh, excuse me, Friday, which is tonight, but there's also Saturday night, which is the standard issue sort of dance party, and then Sunday morning will be the Great Wake Up Call. So yeah, this is just a full weekend to wrap up Black History Month, and I couldn't be happier. I couldn't be happier to be alive. I couldn't be happier to get rid of COVID, and I couldn't be happier to help put out these playlists and continue to start doing music for you guys again. Um, Unfortunately, my voice is still not 100%. If you can't tell, I had initially planned to start practicing singing. I don't want to push it too hard. I still have a bit of a cough, but that's still the plan. Sometime down the road is to work on start singing and start recording. I am going to start working on some kind of music video. I will promise you that. But please be patient with me as I get over this COVID and get back to work as if I didn't have enough stress, ladies and gentlemen. The usual links are down below: Facebook, Instagram, all the links are down below. Please enjoy this. Please enjoy the weekend. I'm Marcus Octavius, and I will see you in March.